good people. So I just landed in Cali and gonna head to my apartment and start packing. Joy. I'm not looking forward to packing, but I am looking forward to being finished with everything that I gotta do. Stay tuned. Kings and queens, it's your girl 𝙙𝙤𝙧𝙩. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, what's good? All right guys, so today I just kind of want to have a little discussion about why I moved from LA, how LA was going, why I'm in Indy, why Indy instead of Louisville, which is home. So before we get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, tap the notification bell so that you don't miss any weekly uploads on Sunday and Friday. Basically, when I went out to LA, I immediately started working, like immediately. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, my time in LA, even though it was short, was very, very, very good for me. I was able to take on some opportunities that I wasn't necessarily expecting. I got into doing like background acting and just kind of like audience work stuff, which was like, that kind of work was coming in like crazy. So the first probably month that I was there, I was filming a lot because I got connected with like, you know, background casting agencies and stuff. I mean, that was a lot of fun. It opened the door up for me to kind of network a little bit. I got to know some really cool people, good people that I'm still in contact with today. Even though I'm not still there, and I don't even think they're still there. So it was really nice to like connect and network. Also, while in LA, I was training mostly at like the Playground LA dance studio on Melrose, and working. But my work was pretty much background acting, like, because again, I was only there for a few months, so I was like still very, very new. I did pick up like a part-time job at CVS, but for the most part, majority of my time was going to background acting and dancing. So everything was falling into place. The area that I lived in North Hollywood. There was a lot of dance studios around there, and everything pretty much was like set. Like, I had my work, my money, I was making good money, you know. I was doing things that I love to do as well, although the CVS job was just not my gig, but you know, it was a part-time job. Well, everything was great. I was finally like in my groove, had my own little routine of things, and then boom, the city shuts down. It was so crazy because I remember back in, I think, the very end of February, and my cousin, who was my roommate at the time, she and I were filming in like our little clubhouse, and we saw this guy just walking past the clubhouse. He kept walking past, and if I can find that video, I'll put it in there. But he just kept walking past with cases of water, jugs of water, and we're like, we were in the clubhouse for like 45 minutes, an hour, and he was walking past the entire time with all these cases of water. And we were like, what is going on? Like, why does he have so many cases? It was so like odd that we were like, let's go ask him. So we got up, we went to ask him, like, hey, what's going on? And he was like, listen, Italy's shutting down, America's gonna shut down, get rice, get water, pretty much. I'm kind of paraphrasing what he said, but that was pretty much what he was saying. He was like, this virus is real. What did he say? It was like, this virus is real, it's gonna shut us down, get prepared while you can. I'm stacking up. I think he told us for like 3 months. He was preparing to be on lockdown for 3 months. And at this point, we knew what was going on, but it didn't seem that severe to us. So when we saw him do that, we were like, wow, maybe we're not paying enough attention to the news. So then we immediately just like got into gear and was like, listen, we need to prepare ourselves, because it seems like it's gonna, shut us down. So we started going out to the grocery store. Thankfully, we live like right directly across the street from a grocery store, so I could just like walk there, But we went to the grocery store. We were getting like gallons. Both of us had like maybe 15, 16 gallons of water each, because at that point, a lot of the bottles were sold out anyway. So we were just buying the little gallons. We bought a lot of like non-perishable foods. And it was so crazy because all of this happened either the very end of the very end of February, or it was like that very first week in March. Because it was like I went out and bought all this stuff, and then like the very next day I was looking at news and I was like, I need to go home because cases are rising. We lived in LA County. The cases that were in LA County were tremendous. Like every single day, hundreds and hundreds of people coming out that they have, COVID or whatever. So, we decided we were going to go home, but she was like, I'm going home, tomorrow. I was not exactly prepared to go home yet. I was like, well, I at least want to finish out work, for the next week or so, and I'll just book my flight for, the following week. Well, that was all great until, things started getting worse within like a matter of hours. It was like really, really, really bad. So I did let my boss know. I was like, hey, this is the deal. I know I'm new here, but I don't feel comfortable being here right now, and I need to go home. If we're gonna get locked down, I wanna go home. So they totally understood. And I was like, I can finish out my shifts for the week, but I do need to go home on Thursday. I think it was a Thursday. It was actually like my parents, my mom and my stepdad's like wedding anniversary, the day that I ended up coming home, because I had booked my original flight for like 2 weeks out, and then things got really bad really fast, and I was like, I need to change my flight. So I changed my flight to like the day after my last day of work, which was within like 2 days. So I changed my flight, came home. It was so crazy because it was like I just had this like gut feeling like I need to go home right now. I can't wait until next weekend or whenever it was I was supposed to go. So I get home. When I land, I checked, I turned my phone off airplane mode and checked all my notifications. And LA and California had shut down within the time that I left to the time that I got home. So just a few hours, but it was so crazy because it immediately shut down right after I left. And had I just stayed, for the next few hours or whatever, I would not have been able to leave. So that was just like a blessing in disguise for me. And I was like, thank you, God, because at that point, my cousin was already gone. She left like 2 nights before me, I believe. And I would have been on lockdown in my apartment in a new state where cases are like booming, and totally alone. Like my entire family's hundreds or thousands of miles away from me. So I was like, thank you, God, like just because I made it home safe. My mom basically just started like shouting because she was like so nervous that, I wouldn't get home in time. And she was like, thank you, Lord. We were all kind of just like excited that I made it home. So I really did think that I was just going to be home for like 2 weeks, maybe 3, and then I could go back to, life in LA. Did not happen like that. I went home in mid-March. Things kept getting worse. It got much worse before it started to get better. Then it started getting worse again. And LA just never got better. It just got progressively worse. And I was like, it's not worth my health. Also, during the time, like this whole summer, a lot of dance studios, and it makes me so sad and breaks my heart because a lot of dance studios and places to train have closed permanently due to the loss that they've taken during this whole year because of everything going on. So I just felt like if everything was going to have to be virtual, like dance classes, training and stuff, if it was going to have to be virtual for the next year, then I might as well do that from somewhere else. It doesn't make sense for me to have to live in LA, risk my health just to take classes online, because classes are really just now starting to open up in person a little bit. But even though they're opening every now and then, it's not nearly at the capacity that it was before. So it wouldn't have been beneficial for me to be there, because I wouldn't have been able to do what I wanted to do. As far as filming and productions, those things have been shut down for months. They're just now starting to really like film stuff again. But again, it's not at the capacity that it was beforehand. So it's not worth it, you know, and especially not when it's, you know, risking my health. So I decided to leave LA because I was like, you know, I might go back, you know, in a year and a half or whenever this really seems to have passed or whatever. But for now, I don't feel comfortable being there. I don't feel safe being there. And I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to do and what I went out there to do. So there's no point in me really being there. What's up, y'all? So as you can see, I'm in the airport. My glasses are falling because of this mess, so sorry. But I'm in the airport. Today is moving day. This week is moving week. Y'all, my glasses are falling. I'm happy to see that. So I'm going to California. I'm going back to LA. Because with this whole pandemic thing, I just don't feel comfortable living there right now. Honestly, I don't feel comfortable living anywhere but California specifically, and even more specifically, LA County. So, my mom and I are at the Louisville airport, and we're flying to Burbank, because that's the closest airport to my apartment in North Hollywood. So, we're flying to Burbank, and we'll be packing up my things this week, shipping my bed, because as you guys know, I just moved out there, so I don't even have a lot of stuff, which makes this move somewhat easy. The hardest part is figuring out how to ship my bed, but we have a couple options, so hopefully we get that settled quickly. And yeah, I'm kind of taking you guys on this journey with me. I didn't really show much of me. I didn't show anything of me moving there. I kind of just moved and then let you guys know after the fact. So today, I'm going to start vlogging. I'm going to show you some of my process. Hopefully it's not too stressful. If it's too stressful, I probably won't vlog that much. But I am going to be taking you guys on my journey with me in this whole moving during a pandemic type thing. Alright, good people. So I just landed in Cali and I'm gonna head to my apartment and start packing. Joy. I'm not looking forward to packing, but I am looking forward to being finished with everything that I gotta do. Stay tuned. Alright, good people. So I am now taking a lunch break / breakfast break because we have not eaten today. And we are outside my apartment currently waiting for our lift. We found a few vegan restaurants that we wanted to try, but one in particular is not too far away. So we're gonna go try this vegan restaurant called Something Vegan. And yeah, it is starting to warm up out here. The weather is nice, but like it felt much better earlier today. It's only like 11:30 and the heat is really starting to kick in. There is a breeze a little bit here and there, so we're taking this time to chill out. We did a majority of what we needed to do today. Tomorrow we just have to wait for the shipping company to come and pick up my mattress. I'm also going to be shipping a few things through UPS tomorrow. Those boxes are already packed. We just haven't taken them over there because we're tired and we're hungry, and we've already been to UPS once today. So I think we're going to go eat something, maybe come back, make sure everything is already put together and ready to go for tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning we're going to box up my mattress and bedding and pretty much everything. And so yeah. All right, I'm back. So officially I'm out of my apartment. I've moved everything out. Everything has been shipped. Maybe. So I'm currently dealing with the situation with UPS. I'm not going to go into detail exactly on what's going on, but they picked up my packages to be shipped. And as of right now, we have a little issue with said packages and driver and whatnot. So I'm currently waiting for UPS to call me back. I've been on the phone with 2 different representatives for about an hour. And yeah, I'm waiting for them to call me back. I'm trying to figure out if I'm about to have to turn up on UPS or not. I really don't want to. All I want is my packages to be shipped on time and nothing to be damaged. But yeah, I may be turning up on UPS. So we're going to see how this plays out. They have about 30 minutes or so to call me back before I call my attorneys. And we're just going to leave it at that. But as far as the move, I'm out of my apartment. I am now in a hotel that's right across the street from the airport. So I have a couple days until my flight, so I can at least just relax now that I know all of my moving things are done. Maybe, because we still got to figure out about these packages. But yeah, the biggest part is out of the way. Now it's just figuring out what is about to happen with UPS. Stay tuned. What's up, kings and queens? I am in San Francisco, in the airport in San Francisco. I had a little pit stop here because our layover is not technically here. It's in Chicago, but we don't change planes in San Francisco. However, it was enough time for us to get off of the plane, use the restroom, get a snack, something to drink, whatever, stretch our legs before our plane takes off. So that's what we did. So now we're heading back to the plane now and actually gonna make the long haul back to the Midwest. And then we actually have a layover in Chicago. So the move is done officially. I am no longer a resident in California. And yeah, moving on. Stay tuned. So I decided that I wanted to leave LA. However, I was like, Louisville's also, there's not a huge dance demographic. There is some dance there, but as far as adult dance, adult training, or just the amount of studios for possibilities for me to teach is not nearly as much as Indianapolis. And I've lived here before, so I've already had a bunch of connections in this city. So that's pretty much why I chose Indy, because it would allow me to continue to build my resume during the time that, is like my downtime from living in the city, living in Los Angeles. And it has been an absolute blessing, like being here. Not only was I able to get my job at Indie Dance Academy, but I've been able to take on some other opportunities, dance related, and it's been awesome. I love my apartment. I love the location of my apartment. I love my whole routine of things now. I'm still like settling in. It's been just a little over 2 months since I moved, like 2 months and a few days. So I'm still kind of settling in, but I love it here. And also, like, LA will always be there. A lot of people, it's crazy, a lot of people that I know that were out there for different things, whether it's music, dancing, acting, just being a creative out there. Like, a lot of people are not even there anymore. Like, they've left to go back home or to, see different cities, because so many things is virtual now. It's like, why do I have to live in LA, pay LA, living expenses just to do everything virtually when I can do that from anywhere, So that's pretty much it. That's why I left LA. Was I sad at first? Absolutely. Because I was like, man, I feel like a failure. Like, I went out there and didn't do anything. But when I look back on it, like, I did a lot in 3 months that I was there. Also, it wasn't like it was my it was my decision to move, but it wouldn't have happened had, you know, this whole year, you know, not happened. Because I was, like I said, I was working, I was dancing, I was in my mode of what I wanted to do. Everything looked up, you know? So that's pretty much it. Comment down below if you have any questions about like my experience, and maybe I can answer those for you all. But yeah. Peace and positivity to you all. I hope you have a fantastic day. Spread love, and remember that self-love is the best love. Peace.